Can you imagine turning down free money? I turn down tips all the time when I perform, and I'm going to explain why. I'm Rob Anderson, founder of Moneybeard. I'm a magician providing my services to corporate and private events. Now I'm here, I've started this channel to teach you how you can make 6 figures or more doing what you love. Today we're talking about the issue of tips and gratuity and why I usually turn down tips when I'm offered a tip at an event that I'm performing. First, in order to understand why I turn down tips, I have to explain my brand. Creating and maintaining a high-end brand image is going to be super important when it comes to charging more money in the future and getting more clients. My brand specifically is very high-end corporate entertainment. If they're bringing me into an event, even a private event, they're bringing me in because they want me, not just because they want some guy that can come in and do some magic tricks. If they just want some cheap magician, I'm usually not a good fit for them. My brand is definitely a more high-end option. My clients are usually excited about me specifically because they've seen me on YouTube, 40 million views on YouTube. They know about my TV show, or they've seen my other TV appearances, and they want me to come in because of what they've seen from me specifically. I always work to maintain that high-end image. I never want to be mistaken as the hired help or just some magician. So I work as hard as I can to maintain that brand image and to charge rates according to what that brand is, which are definitely on the much higher side compared to a lot of other magicians. Now that being said, there are a few different situations in which I perform, and there are times when I sometimes will accept tips versus times when I won't. And I want to explain that in all of those situations, what I'll do. And it always gets back to maintaining brand image and ultimately leading to just a better client experience. Even whether I accept the tip or I don't accept the tip, I'm thinking brand image and client experience. Let's get into that. Specifically first, just about my corporate and private events, because I also run, a lot of you might know about my marriage proposal planning company, This Magic Moment. That's another situation I'll get into as far as tips go in a moment. But first, corporate and private events. Let's say I'm coming in and I'm doing a show, or I'm doing strolling magic, mingling with the room. There are a lot of times as I'll be walking around that people will offer up a tip. And believe me, I never solicit a tip. I'm against that. I'm going to do a whole other video on why you should never solicit tips. But I'll never solicit tips. But sometimes after I'm done performing for a crowd, I spend a few minutes with a little group of people, joking around with them, showing them some just amazing magic. And sometimes some of them will begin to pull out a tip. And usually, if it's that sort of situation, it's not a significant amount of money. First of all, sometimes people might pull out a 10 or a 20, sometimes a 50, and they'll offer it to me. Usually, though, I don't even really want to know what they're about to offer me because I don't want to. I almost don't want to know what I'm turning down. In order to maintain that high-end image, first of all, I am being paid very well in order to come into the event, and an extra $20 isn't gonna make a difference to me. I always want, again, the client experience to be the best it can be. And I know for me personally, if I ever feel obligated to give a tip, whether like a performer has suggested that I tip them, or whether I just feel kind of obligated, like, maybe I should give this person a tip, it never feels good to me. So I never want to accept a tip in that situation. First, for that reason, and second, my brand image. Again, I'm showing up and I'm performing, and I am providing very high-end entertainment. I want to maintain that overall image that even if someone has no idea about my YouTube, if they have no idea about me doing TV at all, I want them to get the sense that they're truly experiencing something amazing, like truly high-end, truly great. Everything from the attire to what they're seeing as far as magic, just to the fact that I can join with their group and create such an amazing experience for them. I don't want that to be ruined by, after I finish a little 10-minute set with a small group of people, by accepting $10 or $20. I want them to leave feeling that they've seen something truly fantastic. And wow, this guy didn't even want 20 bucks. Of course I don't. And I'll never mention how much I'm being paid to an audience ever. Like don't ever, that shouldn't even need to be said. But if someone does try to offer money, I'm like, oh no, thank you so much. Take your time and enjoy your night with that. I've been paid very well already to be here, but I appreciate that. You guys enjoy your night. I'll never accept it. I always want them to feel that they're having the best experience possible. I don't know who these people are. Sometimes they ask for business cards and I'll pass them a business card. I'm trying to get hired in the future. And if I'm trying to get hired in the future and they remember the guy that accepted a $20 bill, they're not going to be expecting to pay the rates that I charge after they remember me taking a $20 bill. Or shoot, I don't care, even if it's a 50 or 100, I don't want to accept tips and bring myself to the level of the hired help. You tip your bartenders, you tip your servers, and you should tip them well. The service I provide is just a step above that. It's several steps above that. And I want that to be demonstrated not necessarily with words, but by everything they experience. And I never want it to be a pretentious thing ever when I turn down a tip. I always thank them. I'm always very gracious, but I always just let them know that I've already been taken care of by the event planner, or I've been taken care of by the host. They've already paid me very well to be here. I'm here for you guys. I always tell them, I'm here for you guys tonight. Please take that and enjoy your night. Have a great time here. It's just been a pleasure to meet you guys. I'll see you later. You never want to come off as being pretentious when you're turning down a tip. Okay, that said, there are times I will accept tips at corporate events. The times I will accept a tip at a corporate event is if, okay, I know I perform for some very, very wealthy people. I'm talking people that are worth hundreds of millions of dollars. I've performed for literal billionaires before. These people have serious money. Not all of them like to flash their money. Some of them do. Again, getting back to the client experience. Some of these folks do want it to be known that they have a lot of money and like to throw it around. I'm a fan of that. Again, if you want to tip me that much money, I'm going to take it. I'm going to make you feel good. At that point, it's about the client experience. And they know to me, and everybody there knows to me, that sort of tip is helping me out. It's not $20 at this point. If you're whipping out a wad of hundreds and passing it to me, I'll accept that. Everyone knows that is that is a generous tip for anyone. Look, if you can afford to turn down thousands of dollars in free money, you don't belong out there performing magic or photos or doing whatever you do. You've made it. So I will accept very large tips from those really wealthy people that want to tip you a lot. I've been tipped discreetly actually by people like that before though too. They don't always want to show off with it, but if someone wants to show off, I'll accept it. And yeah, I'll accept $1,000 or more tip from somebody. I'm not gonna act like it's $10 I don't need. I'm always very gracious. And every time they do that, that usually is a very wealthy person who has booked me directly. I want them to feel good. It would be rude of me not to accept that graciously at that point, because they know they're blessing me at that point if they're handing me that much money. So I will accept it. Now let's talk about a very specific time when I'll accept any amount of money, and that comes to my marriage proposal planning business, which I mentioned earlier. Let's talk about that really quick. My marriage proposal brand is all about wingmanning for the guy. I want to make the guy the star of the show. If I'm performing for them, you may or may not have seen my videos. I'll try to drop a link in the description below to that channel, but I help guys with romantic magic and other romantic situations get engaged. If they want to tip me in front of the girl, if they want to look good in front of the girl, handing me a tip, I'll accept it. I want him to look good. I'm his wingman for the night. I don't care if he's handing me $5. I never get a $5 tip from that. But if he's handing me $20, I'll accept it. And sometimes it's discreet, but a lot of times, hand it to me in front of the girl. And I'll accept that. He wants to look good. I want to make him look good. I don't care what they're tipping me. I'll accept it and be very gracious. Again, I never solicit. If I could just say one thing before the end of the video, don't solicit tips. But that's my thought on when to accept versus not to accept tips. Let me know what you think. Are you on board with this? What do you think? Drop me a comment below on whether you will ever turn down a tip. And I'd like to hear if anybody agrees or disagrees with me. Again, this channel is all about helping you make more money in your business and elevate yourself to that higher level of whatever it is that you do, so you can make more money. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you back here in the next video on the Moneybeard channel. See ya.